one. Before the national anthem last night, the Cowboys walked to the middle of the field, and players, coaches, and execs, including Jerry Jones, took a knee. When the anthem started, the team moved back to the sideline and locked arms while standing. Take a listen to Des Bryant and Jerry Jones on last night's decision.
We all agreed that our players wanted to make a statement about unity, and we wanted to make a statement about equality. They were are very much aware that that statement, when made or when attempted to be made, in and a part of the recognition of our flag, can not only lead to criticism but also controversy.
I think sports show the perfect example of unity, and it's our job. And it's not just black NFL players. It's it's a mix. It's just different races, and I feel like that was a clear shot at Trump. Sitting on that knee like that, because you just can't do that. That's super disrespectful. And like I said, we showed great unity tonight, and that's what that was for. And I feel like that was needed. We're not gonna let a guy like that tear us apart, and not just us, but this whole entire league. He shouldn't have never said that. It was a clear punch in the face, and I feel like we made up for that.
Shannon, did you like what the Cowboys did?
Hell no. I'll get to Dez in a minute. But no, hold on. No, I don't like it. But Skip, what exactly did they do? So let me get this right. It's like we're supposed to be doing something on the center stage, but we're going to kneel off to the side. But then when the anthem comes on, we're going to stand.
Locked arms.
You locked arms. So what exactly did they do pre-anthem? What was that?
Well, you know what they did.
Again, what they're doing is winking in the dark. They knew what they were doing, but nobody else did. Skip, again, what did Jerry say? We can do things better when the flag. Again, what are we talking about? We're talking about that flag. Again, pre-anthem, we're talking about that anthem. Nobody still ain't talking about what Colin Kaepernick originally took the knee for. We still not talking about the issues. Somehow, even today, 14 months after Colin Kaepernick originally took a knee, it's still about the flag. It's still about the anthem. I love how Jerry said, we. Jerry said, we, Skip. Dallas Cowboys is one thing. It's a totalitarian dictatorship. Because when it came to Tony Romo, what did he say, Skip? I'm making the decision. When it came to him firing Jimmy, who made that decision? Mm-hmm. Now, earlier he said that if you're a Dallas Cowboy, this is my stage, you will stand when that anthem. So now collectively, Jerry Jones want us to believe that as a team, they sat around and says, okay, guys, how can we play our part? You notice Dez said that was disrespectful to the league. You notice he ain't mentioned the big issue. See, again, they're showing solidarity against President Trump. He's not the issue. He's making it about the flag. He's making it about the anthem. Everybody keeps making it about the anthem. That's not the issue. Colin Kaepernick's First Amendment right. That's not the issue. The issue is, and it has been, the killing of unarmed black men and women by the hands of the police, the injustices in America. Skip, why is it that when I demand that America be who she said she would be on paper, which is the Constitution, why is it when I look at the Stars and Stripes and what it's supposed to represent, when I demand that, people say, go away, leave if you don't like it? There's a guy that was a reality star. He ran, and what was his moniker? What was his catchphrase? He's a billionaire. His catchphrase was "Make America Great Again." Now, under that premise, America isn't great. Who told him to leave? When people were complaining about the undocumented workers taking all their jobs, if America isn't so great for you, why don't you leave? So why is it when blacks ask America to be what she said she would be, we need to leave? White people complain, say, you know what, we hear you. We're going to fix that.
Okay, back to Jerry kneeling. I'm probably naive about this. I'm probably completely out of touch. I obviously don't walk in your shoes or Joy's shoes ever, ever, ever. So I probably don't get it. But I found last night touching because I know where Jerry Jones came from. I know about Little Rock Central, and if you don't know it, you should look it up.
Did Dad have money?
Not a lot. They were kind of...
Compared to the average black family in that same, did they have money?
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
Okay.
Yeah, but Jerry went bust a couple times and had nothing. Down to he had no money several times. And
How did he buy the Cowboys again?
he kept plunging until he finally hit an oil well. The way any American would have the right to go out and plunge and try to hit an oil well. He finally did. So, I mean, he was self-made, completely self. You know, he didn't inherit any big amount of money, just for the record. But if you know his background, where he came from, to go from that to what we saw last night, that was a big deal for Jerry Jones. And again, I got to credit his daughter Charlotte because I think she came up with some compromise plan, because clearly you can read all you want into it, and I can agree with all your points about President Trump backed the NFL owners into a corner. It was about their bottom line. He attacked the league, so they had to fight back. It was about money more than about principle or, you know, political views, social views. But I did like what Jerry said after the game. He said, there's some wisdom to this statement. There's no need for us to talk about unity and equality. He's talking about his black players for the most part, and have 60% of the country mad at you because you're not perceived, for not being perceived as honoring the flag. And there's wisdom to that, because if they just tune you out, then you lose. So at least we saw Jerry Jones do something that Colin Kaepernick did to begin all this, for all the right reasons, for reasons I have constantly endorsed for a year on this show. And by the way, I was talking about white cops killing unarmed black men for 3 years on national TV, and I don't know many white commentators, if any, who started campaigning against that the way I did going way back. But this is Jerry Jones we're talking about. This is old, old, old school. This is coming from racist traditions and coming all the way full circle to at least taking a Colin Kaepernick knee on national TV, locked arms with black and white players, his whole team, a moment before the national anthem, because he's saying, well, we did our protest a moment before, but we still honored the flag. Well, that works for me.
Skip, that was easy because of what President Trump said.
I don't think it was easy for Jerry Jones to do that.
Skip.
Hey, if
what blowback? Let me ask you a question. What blowback was he going to get from his players or from anybody showing solidarity against what President Trump said? So here's the thing with the flag.
Did you hear what Des said? Jerry was clearly taking a shot at President Trump, and he was. And you can say it's for all the wrong reasons, but he did.
Can I ask you a question?
You got to start somewhere, Shannon. This was a start. It's a tiny step, but for Jerry Jones, it's a giant step.
Man, ain't nobody worried about President Trump. We're talking about the...
You're constantly worried about. That's all you talk about.
Yeah, let me ask you this.
You have destroyed him on national TV, show after show. And don't tell me it's not about him.
How about this here?
It's all about him.
Can I ask you, and Jerry Jones talking about honoring the flag. Should I honor a flag that doesn't honor me?
Okay, that's fine. I get you. I'm with you. Shannon, you have to start somewhere. On national TV, trust me, that had impact.
Colin Kaepernick's been doing this for 14 months.
Got it. Jerry Jones just did it. Jerry Jones did that? Are you kidding me? You got to start. You got to give up something. You got to give up. You have to say, that's progress. I didn't hear anybody except you yesterday say that Sunday wasn't progress.
No, it wasn't, because that's not the issue. We're talking about a flag.
Nobody's lost track of the issue. Yes. Nobody.
Okay, who
Even
said...
the president's spokesman talked about the issue of cops killing black men.
But she said it.
Yeah.
But what did the owner say? They keep talking about this decisive rhetoric. Divisive rhetoric. We keep talking about a
Split
flag.
our league apart.
We keep talking about an anthem. See what you see what they did?
Yeah.
About the league. Oh, he called some of the players SOB. He challenges the owners, the billionaire owners' authority,
He did.
telling them what they should do. It didn't shock their conscience. It shocked their back pockets. So now we're supposed to pat Jerry Jones on the back. So let me ask you a question, Skip. And everybody keeps talking about, you know, when people go overseas, they're fighting for that flag. So when they go overseas and fight, are they fighting for wealthy white men? Or are they fighting for men that just look like them, people that look like them, people that have their same religion? Or are they fighting for America?
How do you know? How do you know?
I'm just asking you a question.
Well, I'm asking you back. You're the expert. I'm not.
But here's the thing.
Tell me, what are they fighting for?
The flag says the representation, the stars and stripes said the freedoms and liberties that all enjoy. So, Mr. Jones, Mr. Kraft, all these wealthy owners, does everybody in America get treated like you? If not, you should be taking a knee.
Hey, Robert Kraft blasted his close friend Donald Trump yesterday. You got to give him some credit for that. No matter what the reasons, the underlying ulterior motives are, you got to give him some credit.
If everybody in the country, man, woman, or child, black, white, regardless of religion, isn't treated like Jerry Jones or Mr. Kraft, they should be taking a knee. Because the Constitution didn't say if you're white and wealthy, we'll treat you like this. The stars and stripes that wave in the wind doesn't say you get these freedoms because you're wealthy and white. It doesn't say you're not afforded these.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
So
I know what I fight for. I fight for equality.
Yeah.
I fought for it for years on TV. And I put myself in harm's way a bunch of times. I've risked my job for this. Trust me.
Under those circumstances, Skip, you love greatness. Tom Brady is as great as he is. He eats the way he does. He trains the way he does because why, Skip? He's trying to get better. America is great, but can we ask her to be better? Is that asking too much?
You have a whole National Football League mobilized against the President of the United States. You should have some happiness about that.
No, because I want them to mobilize against racism. Because
that's what he stands for in many eyes.
Yeah, he does. But Skip,
that's what he stands for in your eyes.
Blacks have been trying.
It's like you won't be happy with anything.
I'll be happy when they acknowledge what the issue is and stop making about the flag and the anthem. Blacks have been trying to mobilize for over 400 years about this racism thing.
Thanks to this president, they are now.
Hey. Hold on. So in their eyes, there was no racism that existed? You see Jerry say he kept going belly up. How many blacks can go belly up and still go to the bank and get a loan?
I don't know.
Oh, you know? If race is not a skill, let me ask you a question. If race isn't a big deal in America, why does...
you know what I say? Don't tell me that. You're preaching to the choir, man.
Okay.
I've told you 1,000 times.
What about the viewing audience at home? If race isn't a big deal, why everything that you fill out has the race on it? You fill out a driver's license, they ask you what race. You fill out a census, you get an application, whatever it is, it has race. It doesn't ask you your third grade teacher.
Yeah.
It doesn't ask you who's your math teacher.
So final thought on this. The president tweeted early this morning that the booing last night at the game in Arizona was the loudest he'd ever heard, and it was great anger. Well, let's be honest about this. America's team, a hated Cardinals rival from way back, was kneeling on their field before the game. You don't think they're going to boo that? I mean, I'm sure they're booing for a lot of reasons, but they're booing the hated Dallas Cowboys. They're taking over the pregame.
Yeah, they boo everybody. They're visitors. The home team always boos.
Yeah, so don't try to tell me.
But they weren't booing that. They were booing the Cowboys.
That's exactly right. Thank you.
But you make it seem like they were booing the gesture.
No. The president.
No, the president did.
I didn't.
It would also be nice if the president took some time and attention to pay attention to, the 3.6 million American citizens in Puerto Rico that don't have power and water.
One more thing. You know what? The owners in the NFL love the military and the veterans so much, they charge them to come on the field.